A recent study conducted by the University of Rwanda College of Education in partnership with the Mastercard Foundation's Leaders in Teaching program has revealed that project-based learning (PBL) is an effective approach to engaging secondary school students in renewable energy education. Unlike traditional teaching methods, PBL encourages learners to tackle real-world problems, deepening their understanding while developing critical skills such as critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and problem solving. The study guided the teachers on practical ways to implement PBL in classrooms and emphasized supporting students in carrying out small renewable energy projects using locally available resources. The research team, led by Dr. Gedeon Habakubaho, principal investigator, includes co-investigators Dr. Joseph Nzabahimana, Engineer Fabrice Dukuzumuremi, Mr. Ntakirutimana Venice, and Mrs. Nyirahimana Asteri, all dedicated to improving renewable energy education across Rwanda. As part of this initiative, a training and dissemination event was held in Kigali, bringing together science teachers from 10 selected schools involved in the study. In his presentation during the training workshop, Dr. Joseph Nzabahimana introduced project-based learning as an effective approach to engage learners in renewable energy education. He emphasized that PBL goes beyond traditional teaching methods by encouraging students to work on real-world problems, thereby deepening their understanding while building critical thinking, collaboration, and problem-solving skills. He guided teachers through practical steps to implement PBL in classrooms and encouraged them to support students in carrying out small renewable energy projects using local resources. Building on this, Engineer Fabrice Dukuzumuremi introduced a simplified hybrid energy system combining microhydro and solar technologies. Using a single line diagram, he explained the flow of energy and the components involved, from water reservoirs and turbines to solar panels and batteries. Designed for classroom use, the model is low-cost, safe, and ideal for hands-on learning. He demonstrated how students could explore concepts like energy conversion, basic circuitry, and sustainability using affordable or recycled materials. During the dissemination segment, Dr. Gedeon Habakubaho, the principal investigator, presented the research findings. The study showed that the use of PBL significantly enhanced students' conceptual understanding of renewable energy, increased engagement, and strengthened 21st century skills: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication.
Now, this global shift of renewable energy for sustainable development is not only limited to Rwanda or Africa. It's a worldwide process, and if you wanted to implement that, we needed to start with the schools. So teaching and learning is a key factor to facilitate this shift from non-renewable energy to renewable energy. And from that, what is needed is not only about teaching, which is based on understanding. That teaching should extend even to promoting the 21st century skills. Those 21st century skills, we highlighted them, which we abbreviated as 4 C's, when we talk about forces, we are talking about critical thinking, we are having the creativity, we have collaboration and the communication. Now, to achieve all of those, one of the effective teaching and learning method is about project-based learning. We found that it can be effective method to achieve that understanding and also lifelong implementation of this renewable energy with a purpose of promoting those 21st century skills. So now that's why Rwanda was not behind. This renewable energy was introduced in curriculum, and specifically it was introduced in this course of physics. That's why, as I told you, if you go on the website of RED, but you don't need to go to that website because you are teachers and you know the content we have. If you look at those subjects, of course the teacher's book and also you look at the student's book, we are having this topic of renewable energy, which is taught from senior 1 to senior 6, except senior 2. And then all those years you are going to find the topic of renewable energy, which is in that course of physics. That tells you the importance of this renewable energy and of course the purpose. When you look at the learning objectives of that topic, they all align with the other 4 skills I told you, and also they also align with these sustainable development goals we will see. So now, if you look at now some of the teaching materials which are highlighted and the instructions, we still have challenges that teaching of that renewable energy is limited to theoretical instructions and also low access to kits and also limited teachers training. I think you remember yesterday we highlighted that all of you did not study this topic of renewable energy at university level. If you did not, that implies that you need this training for this topic so that you can get confidence in teaching it at the secondary school.
During open discussions on the findings led by Dr. Joseph Nzabahimana, teachers reflected on their learning.
The weakness we have in this unity known as renewable energy, the problem we have, we didn't study this unit, and the second one, we didn't train it on this unit. So after this training now, we are able to apply a renewable energy project in our teaching method, where the students will be engaged and encouraged because they are working on the real world problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. These trainings have acquired the new methods, mainly by using videos as well as the images and the assimilation, which will help us, our learners, to understand clearly how the renewable energy can be generated, and then after, which can provide the crucial role in our country development. And then you have acquired the new skills as well as we have a deep understanding about the renewable energy. Thank you.
I want to share you about the challenges that I see in implementation of this PBL. The first one is lack of resources. Some schools in rural areas cannot afford these projects because they don't have the budget for it. So another challenge is like time consuming. These projects somehow time consuming. It requires to be done after classes. You know, some schools are day schools. They don't have time to organize the projects where the student will be gathering after the classes. And it's like a burden somehow to the schools because they didn't plan for it. If the government supports, it will be good for those schools which cannot afford. Thank you.
As we said about the time allocation, for me it is possible, and I think we are shifting the new curriculum next year. I mean, yes, if it's possible, the planners must allocate those projects into the timetable and curriculum. Yes, in order to manage the time. If you say the time after class is not possible for all classes. Thank you.
On the side of time, which is somehow consumed during these projects, we have said that we have to integrate projects within other units that we are teaching. And on the side of resources, where possible, we can use low-cost materials. We may also use improvisation. Why not use the local materials and the other resources like simulations, videos, as well as photos or in the animation. Those may help us to teach renewable energy effectively, instead of saying that there are no resources, time consuming, and so on.
The third question is asking how teaching renewable energy using PBL, how it can enhance 21st century skills, what we call 4Cs. Those 4Cs, we saw that can be improved through project-based learning, like critical thinking. For critical thinking, when the students are identifying the problem, they require them to think deeply to see how they can afford the solution for that problem. They think critically to see what are the appropriate solution for this problem. Now for creativity, after finding the problem, after finding some solutions, you can find the one which can work better. The creativity is based on how you can create something that can solve the problem which is present in the society. Now the third one is collaboration. Collaboration, when after finding the solution for the problem, you see how you can solve it, you have to collaborate. One is going to find this, another is going to find this, another is going to assign this role, you assign the roles for the members of the group so that you put it together to get a clear output that can solve the problem. After doing this, the last thing is communication. If you do something and don't communicate it, nothing you did. You can do the better thing, but you don't know how you can communicate it, and you will not get any impact. Now the communication comes through presentation and dissemination of what you are finding through your project. Thank you.
To build on the study's outcomes and promote renewable energy education, the researchers recommend introducing structured and interdisciplinary PBL models into national curriculum, offering regular in-service training and building digital literacy for teachers, providing schools with renewable energy kits and expanding access to ICT tools, and aligning assessment practices with the development of 21st century skills. Dr. Innocent Twagirimana, Dean of the School of Education, commended the project's impact on improving STEM education through hands-on, student-centered learning, Speaking on behalf of your College of Education, he emphasized the institution's commitment to scaling such innovative approaches to advance quality education in Rwanda.
It is wonderful as initiative. It is what we need when the Rwanda government decided to promote STEM, to put more resources in teaching STEM, developing TVET. It is actually with the aim of getting this kind of initiatives. So I think what is needed now is to try, as we have been reflecting on such initiatives and the existing practices, what is needed is to pass to the next step of scaling up actually this initiative to make sure the existing practices in our schools are actually kind of streamlined and made part of the general practices of teaching renewable energy. Someone was saying that this has not been the real practice. I think this project is meant to make sure what has been indicated as findings are going to inspire practice in our schools.
The project contributes to Rwanda's national education reform agenda and supports the achievement of key global sustainable development goals.